Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be diving into something a little different.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be talking about Brandy Norwood's new horror film, The Front Room.
Okay. I'm
You know
interested.
Brandy, right?
Of course,
I
yeah.
mean, those vocals, her iconic roles.
Mhm.
So seeing her in this chilling genre,
Yeah.
it's generating a lot of buzz, to say the least. And what's got people talking, is that The Front Room, it's not your average,
Right.
jump scare horror film. It's more of a slow burn.
Oh, interesting.
It builds this psychological tension that really gets under your skin.
Yeah, it is interesting how the film kind of plays with our expectations.
Yeah,
You see Brandy, this like powerhouse of talent,
absolutely.
and you think you know what's coming.
Yeah.
But the front room uses that to like really draw you into a story that's as unpredictable as it is disturbing.
Exactly. So, okay, so let's set the stage here.
Okay.
We've got Belinda and Norman,
Mm-hmm.
a young couple facing,
Yeah.
some pretty serious financial strain.
Right.
And when Norman's estranged stepmother, Solange, needs a place to stay,
Okay.
they very reluctantly open their home to her.
Hmm.
And that is where things take a pretty dark turn.
I see. So this, like, even though it seems like kind of a simple setup,
Yeah.
it's kind of clever, right?
Right.
It taps into this like primal fear of the unknown,
Absolutely.
welcoming someone into your life
Yeah.
who could disrupt absolutely everything. And,
Mm.
from the moment Solange steps into their home, you can feel the tension, like
Yeah.
ratcheting up.
Oh, yeah. And Solange, played by Catherine Hunter.
Yes.
She is a character that will, haunt your dreams.
Oh, tell me about it.
Her voice is grating. Her mannerisms are unsettling.
Uh-huh.
And there's this ambiguity about her that makes you question her every move.
Oh, yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Is she genuinely in need of help?
Mm-hmm.
Or is she intentionally,
Right.
manipulating those around her?
That's like the brilliance of Hunter's performance.
Yeah.
Is that she never gives you a clear answer.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there are moments where you almost feel bad for Solange.
Yeah.
You see like these glimpses of vulnerability
Yeah.
beneath this unsettling facade.
Right.
But then she'll do something so chilling,
Right.
so calculated
Yeah.
that you're just, you're right back to questioning everything.
Totally.
Keeps you constantly off balance, just like the characters in the film.
Yeah, it's masterfully done.
Mm.
And Brandy's performance, as Belinda is equally captivating.
Yes.
You see her grappling with this impossible situation,
Yeah.
trying to hold her family together
Right.
while also being kind of slowly consumed
Right.
by Solange's presence.
It is a subtle but powerful performance.
Yes.
Think about the scene where she's forced to care for Solange, cleaning up after her,
Yeah.
incontinence.
Right.
It's a visually
Yeah.
disturbing scene.
Uh-huh.
But what struck me was Brandy's ability to convey Belinda's inner struggle.
Yes.
The mix of like disgust,
Yeah.
obligation, and this growing fear that she's losing control of her own life.
Right. She's just
Yeah.
totally losing her grip. That scene really stuck with me too.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about the shock value.
Right.
It's a visceral representation of
Right, exactly.
the burden
Yeah.
that Belinda carries, both physically and emotionally.
Right.
And this is where the film's exploration of, insidious control really comes into play.
Yes.
Solange preys on Belinda's sense of duty,
Mm-hmm.
twisting religious beliefs and guilt to manipulate her into submission.
It's a chilling example of how manipulation can work,
Right.
especially within family dynamics.
Yeah.
Solange understands Belinda's vulnerabilities, and she just exploits them
Yeah.
masterfully.
So well.
It's not brute force. It's these subtle, insidious tactics
Yeah.
that gradually chip away at Belinda's sense of self,
Right.
her ability to resist.
Okay, so as the story unfolds,
Mhm.
we see Solange's manipulation. It escalates to a whole new level.
Oh, wow.
She starts intentionally harming herself,
Okay.
accusing Belinda of elder abuse.
Oh, gosh.
It's a nightmare scenario
Right.
that speaks to the complexities of caregiving
Yeah.
and the potential for abuse to be, hidden in plain sight.
What's so unsettling about this escalation is that it throws everything into question.
Totally.
You start doubting Belinda's perception of reality,
Yeah.
wondering if she's truly a reliable narrator.
Right.
This blurring of truth and manipulation is a key element of psychological horror,
Uh-huh.
and the front room executes it flawlessly.
Yeah. And then we reach the climax, which
Yeah.
is a total roller coaster
Okay.
of emotion and suspense.
Yeah.
The lines between reality and Solange's, twisted games, they
Yeah.
become completely blurred, leaving you on the edge of your seat,
Right.
wondering how it will all unravel.
The brilliance of the climax
Hmm.
lies in its ability to maintain that ambiguity
Yes.
right until the very end. You're left with this lingering sense of unease,
Yeah.
wondering if Belinda will ever truly escape
Right.
the psychological grip
Yeah.
of Solange's manipulation.
Hmm.
And the film's final act,
Mm-hmm.
well, let's just say, it leaves a lasting impact.
Right. It does.
It's a gut-wrenching conclusion that forces you to confront the devastating consequences
Yeah.
of Solange's actions
Right.
and the enduring scars they leave on everyone involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone.
It's heavy.
It is. One of the things that sets The Front Room apart from other horror films is its masterful use of setting.
Oh, yeah.
Like the entire film takes place almost entirely within this dimly lit, almost claustrophobic house.
Yeah, it's like the house itself becomes a character.
Exactly. It has this oppressive atmosphere that mirrors the psychological torment happening within its walls.
Uh-huh.
The filmmakers utilize some really interesting techniques to heighten this sense of claustrophobia.
Okay.
You see a lot of tight close-ups on the characters' faces, their expressions distorted by the shadows, and the sound design
Yeah.
is phenomenal. Every creak of the floorboards,
Mm-hmm.
every whisper in the darkness adds to this feeling
Oh, yeah.
that the house is closing in on them,
Right.
on us.
It's interesting how the front room subverts typical horror tropes.
Yeah.
We're so used to jump scares and gore.
Right, right.
But this film relies more on building the slow, creeping dread.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a psychological thriller disguised as a haunted house story.
What's really terrifying is how the film taps into these very real anxieties
Yeah.
about family obligation and the potential for abuse within those seemingly safe spaces.
Right.
Solange's manipulation isn't supernatural.
Right.
It's grounded in the complexities of human relationships
Yeah.
and the ways in which power dynamics can shift
Yeah.
within a family.
We've talked a lot about Brandy's performance.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth diving a little deeper into what makes it so captivating.
Okay.
There's this scene where Belinda finally confronts Solange,
Oh, yeah.
challenging her manipulations.
Oh, that scene is incredible.
Yeah.
What struck me was the way Brandy uses her eyes
Yeah.
to convey Belinda's inner turmoil. It's not shouting or hysterics. It's this quiet, controlled rage.
Yes.
That's simmering beneath the surface. You can see the moment Belinda decides she's not going to be a victim anymore.
And it's a powerful subversion of the damsel in distress trope
Yes.
we often see in horror.
You're right.
Belinda is terrified, but she's not helpless.
Right.
She fights back even if it's just with words.
Uh-huh.
And that makes her a much more relatable and compelling character.
It's also worth noting that The Front Room doesn't shy away from depicting the complexities of Solange's character.
Mm.
Yes, she's the antagonist, the manipulator, but there are moments where you glimpse her own vulnerabilities, the pain that might be driving her actions.
Right.
It makes you question whether she's truly evil
Yeah.
or just deeply tragically broken.
That ambiguity is one of the things I loved about the film.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you easy answers
Right.
or clear-cut heroes and villains. It forces you to confront the uncomfortable truth
Absolutely.
that sometimes the people closest to us can be the most dangerous,
Mhm.
and that the line between victim and abuser can be incredibly blurry.
And the film uses humor
Yeah.
in a really interesting way. It's not laugh out loud funny,
Right.
but there are these moments of dark, almost absurdist humor that punctuate the tension.
Like when Solange is describing her elaborate conspiracy theories.
Yes.
It's chilling, but also kind of hilarious in how over the top it is.
That blend of humor and horror is so effective
Yeah.
because it creates this unsettling dissonance.
Right.
You're not sure whether to laugh or be terrified.
Right.
And that feeling mirrors the character's own confusion
Yeah.
and uncertainty. It's a masterful use of tone
Yes.
that keeps you on edge
Keeps you on edge.
throughout the entire film.
Okay, so we've talked about the plot, the themes, the performances, the setting.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, what does the front room have to say? What's the takeaway for you?
For me, The Front Room is a film about the insidious nature of manipulation
Yeah.
and the lasting impact of trauma. It shows how easily we can be controlled.
Right.
even by those we love, and how difficult it can be to break free from those patterns of abuse.
And it also explores the complexities of caregiving.
Yes.
Belinda is caught in this impossible situation,
Right.
forced to care for someone who's actively tormenting her. It raises important questions about the burdens placed
Yeah.
on caregivers and the lack of support they often receive.
It's a film that will stay with you
It does.
long after the credits roll.
Mm.
It's a film that will make you think, it will make you feel.
Yeah.
And it might even make you question your own relationships
Yeah.
and the dynamics at play within your own family.
This film really gets under your skin.
It does.
It's disturbing, thought-provoking, and it lingers in your mind long after you've seen it. I found myself replaying certain scenes,
Right.
analyzing the characters' motivations, even questioning my own reactions to what I was seeing. It's a testament to the power of the front room that it sparks these kinds of conversations.
Absolutely.
And forces you to confront some uncomfortable truths about yourself and the world around you.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the front room serves as a chilling reminder that the most terrifying monsters
Right.
aren't always the ones we imagine lurking in the shadows. Sometimes the true horror
Yeah.
lies within the confines of our own homes and the complexities of our relationships,
Yeah.
in the darkness that can reside within seemingly ordinary people.
So if you're looking for a horror film that goes beyond cheap scares, a film that will challenge you, unsettle you, and stay with you long after the credits roll, then The Front Room is definitely worth checking out.
I agree.
But be warned, this is not a film you simply watch. It's a film you experience. And that experience might just change the way you see the world around you.
It might.
You know, as we've been discussing The Front Room, I keep thinking about how this film really flips the script on traditional gender roles in horror.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
We're so conditioned to seeing women as the victims, the ones running from the masked killer.
Mm-hmm.
But in The Front Room, it's Belinda who's facing the true horror, head on.
Exactly. She's not just reacting to Solange's manipulation.
Right.
She's actively trying to protect her family, her home, her own sanity.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a much more nuanced and empowering portrayal of a female character
Yes.
in a genre that often relies on tired stereotypes.
Exactly. And it's not just Belinda, even Solange, as disturbing as she is a far cry from the one-dimensional villains we often see in horror.
Right.
The film doesn't shy away from showing her vulnerabilities, the cracks in her facade. It makes you wonder what kind of trauma shaped her into the woman she is,
Mm-hmm.
and whether there's any hope for redemption beneath all that darkness.
That's what makes it so interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's that complexity, that refusal to give easy answers that makes The Front Room so compelling. It challenges us to look beyond the surface
Yes.
and consider the deeper motivations behind people's actions. It's not just a horror film.
Right.
It's a study of human nature,
Yeah.
of the darkness that can lurk within seemingly ordinary lives.
And it makes you think about the broader societal context.
Right.
The pressure on women to be caregivers, to put the needs of others before their own, even when it comes at a great personal cost. Belinda's struggle reflects a very real and often unspoken burden that many women face.
This film really gets under your skin.
It does.
It's disturbing, thought-provoking, and it lingers in your mind long after you've seen it.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I know.
I found myself replaying certain scenes, analyzing the characters' motivations, even questioning my own reaction to what I was seeing. It's a testament to the power of The Front Room.
Yeah.
That it sparks these kinds of conversations.
It does. It does.
And forces you to confront some uncomfortable truths about yourself and the world around you.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, The Front Room serves as a chilling reminder that the most terrifying monsters aren't always the ones we imagine lurking in the shadows. Sometimes the true horror lies within the confines of our own homes, in the complexities of our relationships, in the darkness that can reside within seemingly ordinary people.
So if you're looking for a horror film that goes beyond cheapco, scares, a film that will challenge you, unsettle you, and stay with you long after the credits roll, The Front Room is definitely worth checking out.
It is. It is.
But be warned, this is not a film you simply watch.
Right.
It's a film you experience.
Yes.
And that experience might just change the way you see the world around you.
We've reached the end of our deep dive into The Front Room.
We have.
We hope this conversation has given you some food for thought, perhaps even inspired you to seek out the film and grapple with its unsettling brilliance for yourself.
Yeah, I think this film will stay with me for a while.
Me too.
For a while. And remember, the exploration doesn't end here. Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
Keep diving deep, and we'll catch you on our next journey into the unknown.